Welcome back to the English Tea Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah.
And I'm Alex. We're so happy you've joined us today. Grab your favorite cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into a topic that is both inspiring and practical. Why successful people read every day.
Reading might sound like something simple, but it's actually one of the most powerful daily habits that many of the world's most successful people share. From billionaires and entrepreneurs to artists, scientists, and leaders, reading is at the center of their growth.
That's right. In today's episode, we'll explore why successful people make reading a daily habit, what kinds of books they choose, and how you can build your own reading routine even if you're busy.
And don't worry, we're not here to make you feel guilty if you don't read enough. Instead, we want to inspire you with stories, tips, and real benefits that reading brings.
So let's get started. Part 1. The reading habit of successful people.
Let's start with a fact. Did you know that Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, spends about 80% of his day reading?
Yes, and Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft, reads about 50 books every year. That's almost one book per week.
Oprah Winfrey has her famous book club, which inspired millions of people around the world to read. Elon Musk has said that he learned how to build rockets by reading books.
So clearly, reading is not just a hobby, it's a key ingredient in how many people achieve success.
Part 2. Why reading matters.
But why? What is it about reading that makes it so powerful?
I think we can break it down into a few main reasons. First, reading gives you knowledge. Every book, article, or even well-written blog you read adds to your understanding of the world.
Exactly. Imagine your brain as a bank account. Every time you read, you're depositing knowledge. Over time, that account grows and gives you resources you can use in your work, your decisions, and even your personal life.
The second reason is that reading improves focus and concentration. In today's world, we're used to short attention spans, scrolling through social media, watching quick videos. But reading requires us to slow down and focus deeply.
And that skill, the ability to focus, is rare and valuable. People who can concentrate deeply are usually the ones who create new ideas, solve problems, and make progress.
Another reason is that reading builds empathy. When you read stories about people's lives, cultures, and struggles, you step into their shoes. This makes you more understanding and more connected to the world.
Which is incredibly important for leaders, entrepreneurs, or anyone who wants to make a difference. Part 3. Different types of reading. Now, let's talk about what successful people read, because it's not always just business books or self-help guides.
That's right. Reading comes in many forms. Let's explore a few. Nonfiction books. These include biographies, history, psychology, science, and self-improvement books. They give practical lessons and real-world knowledge.
Fiction, novels, and stories improve creativity and imagination. They also build emotional intelligence.
Biographies. Learning about the lives of great people provides inspiration and real-life lessons.
Industry reading. Many successful people read articles, journals, and reports in their field to stay updated.
Spiritual or philosophical texts. Books about mindfulness, philosophy, or spirituality help people stay grounded and thoughtful.
So, reading isn't just about learning business tricks, it's about expanding the mind in every direction. Part 4. Real stories of successful readers.
Let's bring in some real examples to inspire our listeners.
Sure. One of my favorites is Barack Obama. During his presidency, despite having one of the busiest jobs in the world, he read every night for about an hour.
That's amazing. Another example is Mark Cuban, the billionaire entrepreneur. He reads about 3 hours every day. He believes that knowledge gives him an advantage in business.
And J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, was a passionate reader long before she was a writer. Her love for books fueled her creativity and helped her create one of the most successful book series in history.
These examples show that reading is not just for students or academics. It's a universal tool for growth.
Okay, so we know reading is important, but the real challenge is how do we actually build this habit in our busy lives?
Good question. Let's break it down with some practical steps. Start small. You don't need to read for hours. Start with 10 to 15 minutes a day. Choose books you enjoy. Reading shouldn't feel like homework. Pick topics that interest you.
Carry a book or use an app. Always keep a book or e-reader with you. Even 5 minutes while waiting in line can be useful.
Set a goal. For example, 1 book a month. Goals keep you motivated. Create a routine. Read before bed, in the morning, or during lunch. Make it a daily ritual.
I like to read before bed. It helps me relax and sleep better.
I usually read in the morning with my tea. It sets a positive tone for the day.
Part 6. The benefits beyond success. Here's something important. Reading is not just about success in money or career. It also improves mental health and personal happiness.
Yes, studies show that reading reduces stress, improves memory, and even slows down cognitive decline as we age. It's like exercise for your brain.
And it gives us an escape. When life feels overwhelming, a good book can transport us to another world, giving us a break and fresh energy.
That's why so many successful people value it. It's not only about learning, but also about staying mentally healthy and balanced.
Part 7. How reading improves English skills. Since this is the English Tea podcast, let's connect this to English learning.
Great point. Reading in English is one of the best ways to improve vocabulary, grammar, and fluency.
Every time you read, you see words in context. This helps you remember them better than just memorizing lists.
You also get a feel for sentence structure, idioms, and expressions. Over time, your brain starts to think in English.
So for our listeners who are learning English, reading is a double win. You get knowledge and you improve your language skills at the same time. Part 8. Practical book recommendations.
Let's give our listeners some book recommendations to get started.
Good idea. Here are a few. Atomic Habits by James Clear, perfect for building better habits. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, a classic on personal growth. Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari, an incredible history of humankind. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, a novel that builds empathy and insight. And The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, a simple but powerful story about dreams and purpose.
And if English feels difficult, start with shorter books, children's books, or even comics. The key is to enjoy the process.
Part 9. Common excuses and how to overcome them. Now, let's talk about excuses. Many people say, I don't have time to read.
The truth is, we all have little pockets of time. Instead of scrolling endlessly on your phone, you can read a few pages.
Another excuse is, I'm not a fast reader.
But speed doesn't matter. Even 1 page a day is progress.
And some people say, I don't know what to read.
My advice? Start with topics you're already curious about. Sports, travel, cooking, business, or even novels.
Exactly. The most important book is the one you actually read. Part 10. Final reflections. So, let's wrap up. Why do successful people read every day?
Because it gives them knowledge, focus, empathy, creativity, and mental health. Reading sharpens the mind and opens new doors.
And the good news is, this is a habit anyone can build. You don't need to be a millionaire to read. You just need curiosity and consistency.
So our challenge to our listeners is pick 1 book this week and start. Even if you read only 5 minutes a day, you're on your way to building a habit that could change your life.
Thank you for joining us on the English Tea Podcast.
We hope this episode inspired you to make reading part of your daily routine.
If you enjoyed this conversation, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring and educational content.
Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and enjoy your tea.
Bye.